thought that a town like Scranton would be home to so many unique personalities. Hey guys, I'm Rebecca from WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 characters from The Office.
I wanted to say I'm sorry for treating you bad the past couple of years. I was in my mid-20s and I was going through a lot of stuff. I think I never really processed 9/11.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
This one's pretty simple. We're just looking at the most memorable characters from the long-running NBC sitcom The Office.
Disposable cameras are fun, although it does seem wasteful and you don't ever get to see your pictures.
Number 10, Darryl Philbin. The kind of man that doesn't suffer fools, Darryl's deadpan delivery, fastidious work ethic, and serious demeanor made for a hilarious juxtaposition to Michael's outrageous branch manager.
We'll get somebody to clean that up. We're the ones that gotta clean that up. Damn it, Michael!
However, as the show rolled along, we got to see more of Darryl and learned that he was more than just your average warehouse employee.
Call Mike and Stanley, Jim, Dwight and Creek. Call Andy and Kelly for your business paper needs. Call people, persons, paper, people.
A father and a musician, Darryl is one of the most ambitious characters on the show and regularly demonstrates that he is more than capable of handling any problem thrown his way.
And don't forget the new black man phrase I taught you.
Pippity poppity, give me the zobbity.
Yes, sir. Remember that.
If for no other reason, Darryl earns a spot on our list for the ridiculous lessons he teaches Michael about street talk and gang culture.
I want him to get the raise. Just can't help myself.
Pippity poppity, give us the zoppity. Number 9, Phyllis Vance. Often outshined in the earlier seasons by the likes of Michael and Dwight, Phyllis came into her own as the show progressed.
Does everyone know my boyfriend, Bob Vance?
Kevin Malone. Bob Vance, Vance Refrigeration.
Her relationship and eventual marriage to Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration highlighted her personality, while also giving her a newfound confidence when dealing with people like Angela and Michael.
This says bushiest beaver.
I told them busiest idiots.
It's fine.
But we can fix it. We'll fix it up.
Winner of the Bushiest Beaver Award, Phyllis's motherly exterior is often undercut by her shocking one-liners and love of gossip.
Phyllis, can you do this?
Yes.
She enjoys making Angela squirm and supposedly has a habit of wearing low-cut shirts to attract the attention of other men, just so Bob can beat them up. She stands out from the crowd, which is no small feat given the cast of characters on the show.
I wonder what people like about me. Probably my jugs.
Number 8, Kelly Kapoor. If there's one thing Kelly Kapoor loves, it is attention.
I thought you're not supposed to wear white to a wedding.
I know, but there was an emergency.
From wearing white at Phyllis's wedding to chasing after Ryan for the better part of 4 seasons, Kelly was one of the show's most outlandish characters.
Well, I hope you're still committed because I'm pregnant.
She loves girl talk, celebrities, and of course, herself.
Hey, you, I don't like your boyfriend cause he's six at ping pong.
I'm sick of this.
A real live wire, Kelly is a chatterbox and a frequent annoyance to her fellow employees, particularly Jim, who always somehow managed to get stuck in a room with her. Who could forget the time she trash-talked Pam while their boyfriends played ping pong? Or when she clapped back at Ryan during a conference meeting?
Do you have a question, Kelly?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
Kelly always spoke her mind, and for that, we love her. Number 7, Creed Bratton. A former hippie with a past life that is equal parts mysterious, creepy, and confusing, Creed was unpredictable to say the least.
That is Northern Lights cannabis indica.
No. It's marijuana.
Every time he opened his mouth, something hilarious came out.
Creed Bratton, Dunder Mifflin.
He was responsible for some of the show's wackiest moments, like the time he stole his way to a victory on casino night, or the way he milked his own mistake for financial gain in the episode Product Recall.
Why do bad things always happen to the good people?
He constantly makes us wonder how he ever got hired in the first place. Far and away The Office's strangest character, Creed Bratton was always good for a laugh.
In the 60s, I made love to many, many women, often outdoors, in the mud and the rain. And it's possible a man slipped in. Would be no way of knowing.
Number 6, Kevin Malone. A big, lovable teddy bear, Kevin Malone was the one character you couldn't help but adore.
So me think, why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick.
While he may have been a bit of a dummy, he made up for it with his sincerity, warm-heartedness, and humor.
Can I be Australian, mate?
Absolutely.
Hello, mate.
Was he a great accountant? Not exactly. But the way he riled up Angela always made us laugh.
Oh my. Yeah, you haven't seen that since 1983. That is amazing.
The lead singer of the Police cover band Scrantonicity, Kevin's penchant for music added dimension to his character, much to the amusement of viewers. Some of Kevin's highlights include making Holly believe he was mentally handicapped by simply being himself, having his shoes destroyed at Jim and Pam's wedding, and, of course, the chili mishap.
Everybody is going to get to know each other in the pot.
Never change, big guy. Number 5, Andy Bernard. Andy Bernard went through one of the most dramatic character arcs on The Office.
Hey, Big Tuna. You're single, right?
He started off as Jim's annoying coworker at the Stanford branch, and later came to Scranton as part of the infamous merger.
You said, ra-da-da-da-doo.
This only caused him to become more obnoxious, as he attempted to best Dwight and win Michael's affection.
You, me, bar, beers, buzzed, wings, shots, drunk, waitresses hot.
Thankfully, Jim and Pam pranked him so hard, he was forced to take a good hard look at himself.
Ow!
Andy's dorkiness often puts him at odds with his fellow employees, but this same trait endeared him to viewers.
Take me home, country road. Take it, Andy.
Things rarely worked out for him, but he kept on smiling nonetheless.
Oompa, loompa, doompa dee, dossum. Dwight is now gone, which is totally awesome.
Just make sure you don't insult Cornell in front of him. Number 4, Pam Beesley. She may have started off as the sweet and innocent receptionist that everyone took advantage of, but Pam Beesley eventually blossomed into a confident wife, mother, saleswoman, and office administrator.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I think I am.
Her relationship with Jim formed the emotional crux of the show, giving viewers something to hope and cheer for in the early seasons, and something to dote over in the later ones.
Are you free for dinner tonight?
Yes.
All right. Then it's a date.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Jenna Fisher earned a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for her performance as Pam. And our only gripe is that she didn't win.
It really sucked.
We would love to list a selection of Pam's greatest moments, but there are just too many to count.
Finally, I want to thank God, because God gave me this Dundee, and I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Number 3, Jim Halpert. The perfect comedic foil to Michael, Jim was always ready with a sarcastic one-liner or eye roll for the camera.
You really think you can go all day long? Well, you always left me satisfied and smiling, so.
That's what she said.
Michael.
He's the character viewers could connect with, as he was often the only one in the office who recognized just how absurd his workplace was.
I've always been your biggest flan.
A charismatic funny man with a facial expression for every situation, Jim's dynamic with Pam and Dwight were the driving forces behind much of the show's success.
I am Bill Buttlicker. Really, that's your real name?
How dare you? My family built this country, by the way.
Be respectful, Dwight.
He could always be relied on to provide levity in serious moments, and despite his polished exterior, was regularly responsible for office hijinks, much to the chagrin of his fellow employees, though it did little to change Big Tuna's demeanor. Simply put, it would not be The Office without Jim Halpert.
That leaves a 30% chance that I'll attack you from the front.
Yeah, but it'll be easier to stop. I can always block the blow, or I can counter it with it.
Number 2, Dwight Schrute. How do we even attempt to describe a character like Dwight K. Schrute?
How would I describe myself? 3 words. Hardworking, alpha male, jackhammer, merciless.
A loyal employee of Dunder Mifflin whose severe lack of respect for social convention often puts him at odds with the rest of the staff, Dwight is, at his core, a good person.
I say, it's better to be hurt by someone you know accidentally than by a stranger on purpose.
He managed to insert himself into every aspect of The Office, from his tumultuous relationship with Angela to his never-ending war with his deskmate Jim.
Let's get the party started.
Let's get the party started. Not the way I taught you.
However, it's Dwight's relationship with Michael that most fans remember best. We have little doubt that Dwight will go down in television history as one of the medium's most unique characters.
Oh my God.
At ease.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable and one dishonorable mention.
Stanley, put your little game down and join the group.
No.
Stanley, we're having a little
Leave
brain.
me alone, damn
we're
it.
having a brainstorm session.
Did I stutter?
Polly Flax, marrying me will you be?
Your wife, becoming me will I.
These are all terrible ideas, and none of them are on the theme of a Nutcracker Christmas. I think you should leave.
You're kidding.
Yes, I am super cool. I am an accountant at a failing paper supply company in Scranton, much like Sir Ian McKellen.
Actually, I didn't think it was appropriate to invite children since it's, you know, there's gambling and alcohol and it's in our dangerous warehouse and it's a school night and, you know, Hooters is catering. You know, is that enough? Should I keep going?
Number 1, Michael Scott. Last but certainly not least is the boss man himself, Michael Scott.
It's Brittany, bitch.
An eccentric man-child obsessed with comedy, magic, and the opinions of others, Michael was behind many of the show's most iconic moments.
I plug in the grill. I go back to sleep again. Then I wake up to the smell of crackling bacon.
His ridiculous behavior often got him in trouble, but his penchant for messing up was surpassed only by his ability to make things right. To Michael, Jim, Pam, Dwight, and the rest of the staff were more than employees. They were family, and he treated them as such.
Going.
This is
the
the
machine
lake.
knows.
This is the lake.
Stop yelling at me.
No, it's
Stop
not
yelling.
there.
There's no road here.
He may have lacked common sense, but he always found a way to compensate for it. He consistently left fans smiling and satisfied. So there's only one thing left to say. That's what she said.
Pam?
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No, but okay. Well, suit yourself.
What do you guys think? Who's your favorite Office character? Any Toby fans out there? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and check out these other videos because I know you love your Office videos.